Hi guys, thank you so much for staying tuned to my channel. Recently I got thinking about one of my friends who currently does an MC job, for occasions, for events, for weddings. And I started thinking about how he started doing that job, and he has turned it into a business that he does now. And one of the things that I remember when he was going to go into it was how he started. I remember when we used to stay together, back then in those days as young guys, living as single guys together. He wanted to move out to go and stay with one of his brother's friends who was like a comedian and he also does MC jobs. And without even having the plan of even becoming an MC, he stayed with him and he started following him to events, from one event to another event. And after a while, there was a period where the comedian friend of his brother had a lot of jobs that he was doing and he couldn't handle a lot of them. And he said to this friend of mine that all this time that you've been following me around, I believe you should have picked up something from me or the other, and you should be able to also coordinate or handle an event if I give you to go and do one event. And he was a bit surprised and I was like, oh, I was just following you around for the sake of it, not like I was really interested in becoming an MC. But he decided to give it a try. So the first thing he did was to pair him one of his other colleagues and they had one wedding together. And from that day on, that was how he started building his own confidence. And since then, he has also been able to get into that profession. Now, one of the things that I picked from that particular lesson is the fact that the saying that your network is your net worth is actually true. So the University of Notre Dame actually did the research and they found out that most of the people who actually network actually have the capacity to earn higher salaries and get more promoted than people who do not. So when they say your network is your net worth, what they are saying is that minus your liabilities, all your assets, that is your investment, your properties, your cash, the resources, the knowledge, everything that you actually have as an asset, that is something that you can actually get when you network with the right kind of people. So today, I'm just going to be sharing with you some of the things that I actually believe can help you to be able to actually build stronger networks that can help you either in your business, in your career, or generally in life. Because this is one of the things that we have seen that is actually helping people to be able to scale through and rise faster in everything that they do. And personally, I've also seen it in my own life and in things that I do as well. So if you're liking the sound of this, kindly hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell so that you can get lots of exciting content from us. So one of the things that I thought about is that for you to actually network with people, it has to be something that you are doing intentionally. A lot of us have a lot of friends that we've hanged around for a long time, and you'll realize that not all of them might be able to help you to move into your next level. And this is something that we need to sit down and think about critically. Because for you to actually move from where you are currently, it might be that you just need to change your network and begin to move with new people who can actually help you to get to where you want to get to faster. So what are the ways by which you can actually do this? The world has actually become a global village. And with the advent of, computer and technology, it's actually become very easy to be able to connect with people. Before now, it would be very hard for you to be able to connect with the high network individuals in the society without the use of, technology. But now you can easily reach out to people either on their Facebook, on their social media platforms, or write an emails to them. So the world has actually made it very easy to be able to connect with people. Some of the places that you can actually connect with people are like going to industry events. So if you're actually in a particular sector, you need to begin to find out where are the events in this sector that I can begin to attend so that you can meet with people who can actually help you to be able to rise faster in that particular sector. So if you're in sales, for example, you need to ask yourself, the particular product that I'm selling, who are the people in this industry that are doing well and what industry events are going on that I can begin to attend and so that I can network with people who are actually making waves in that particular space. The other place where you can actually find good network is on social media. Like I said earlier, the world of technology has helped to make it easy for us to connect with people. So on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Twitter, it offered us a lot of opportunities to actually reach out to people easily without being there or without going to meet with them. So you can drop them a message, you can follow them actively and comment on everything that they are engaged in. And from there, you can begin to write to them and say to them how you actually want to connect with them. So these are some of the platforms and opportunities that you can leverage on to connect with people. The other way you can do that is by referrals. So if you know anyone who knows someone that you're trying to reach out to, you can go through them to be able to connect to the person that you want to reach. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you some practical tips that you can use to actually engage with people when you connect with them. A lot of times we don't realize that some of the things that turn people off when you are trying to connect with them are some mistakes that we make when we want to connect with them. So when you want to connect with people, you need to what? Write to them. So one of the things that I always encourage is that if you can thoroughly sit down and craft a message that will connect with these persons, is one of the very practical things that you can do to actually connect with people. But you must ensure that what you are writing is something that can actually connect, not that you're just dropping them a message and just saying, hi, I want to reach out to you. Can I be your friend or something? You have to be intentional about the message that you're trying to craft. The other way by which you can do it is to also show that you are researched about them before connecting with them. So like I mentioned, when you want to write to them, in your write-up, you must show that you have actually researched. I've seen examples of where people want to write to people and you're saying, dear sir or ma. That doesn't show that you have researched about them, because the person you're trying to reach out to, you already know the gender. So there's no point you saying dear sir or ma. You should be specific, dear sir, because you should know the gender of the person you're trying to reach out to. So if you write to somebody in that manner, the first thing they will think about is it that this person has not researched about me? So you need to think about it thoroughly and ensure that what you're writing to them is something that actually is authentic and they can connect with immediately. The other thing that you can do is to also follow them actively on their pages. So for example, if you're following them on Instagram, following them on TikTok or Twitter, you can comment on some of the things that they are posting to show that you have actually been engaging with some of the things that they are writing. The other thing I would advise that you do is that when you're trying to reach out to them, you should be specific in what you're trying to ask them to do. So there's no point reaching out to somebody who is not a sales coach and telling him that you want him to help you to be able to develop your sales skills better. Or you're trying to reach out to someone who's into the beauty industry and you're telling the person that you want the person to help you with how to set up a food business. There is no way the person will be able to connect with you, because it means that you've not researched about them and you are not speaking to something that is specific, that is in their capacity to do. So you need to be able to identify that who are the people that are in the particular space that I want to reach out to, and you are speaking their language such that is their area of expertise, and that will be able to resonate better with them when you're trying to connect. And it's always good as well to build a story around it. So for example, you can say things like, oh, I've been running my small scale business for like 2-3 years. And I've tried XYZ method. I've tried to reach out to customers. I've tried to go to industry events, but I've seen that I've not been able to really scale the business. So one of the reasons why I'm reaching out to you is so that you can help me with some of the tactics or tips that I can use to be able to leverage and also scale this business of mine as well. So when you write in that manner, it shows that there's something that you want them to actually do for you specifically that they will be able to actually respond to themselves. Then the other thing you can do is to also go through people that know those people. So if you know someone that actually knows the person you're trying to reach out to, you can also use that as a way to reach out to them. So for example, I remember recently I was trying to reach out to somebody and I said to them that, oh, I actually got talking to someone who was like their manager, and the person actually told me about you, and that's why I'm trying to reach out to you. So when I started with that kind of introduction, it was easy for the person to resonate and be able to quickly respond to me. So you can use that method as well. Look at people that they know that you can use as a point of entry to reach out to them. So for you to be able to nurture the relationship when you get into those relationships, one of the things that you can do is to ensure that you offer support to them. So you must ensure that your engagement with these people is not just about you collecting for them. You must ensure that it's something that you yourself, you are able to contribute and be a part of what they are doing. So for example, if they are hosting an event, you can offer to be a part of that event, or you can offer to help them in setting up some of the things that they want to do at those events of theirs. The other thing that you should do is to be authentic. So I realize that a lot of times people want to connect with people and they are not real with what they are trying to do or say to them. You must ensure that you are authentic and you are saying what you mean and you mean what you say, because this is the only way by which these people will be able to build trust in you. And without trust, they won't be able to do much with you. So you must ensure that you're authentic and you mean everything that you say to them. The last thing that you can do is to ensure that you are celebrating them. So when you see that these people have achieved anything, you should ensure that you celebrate it. Make them realize that you are actually happy about their growth as well. These are some of the things that will excite them and ensure that they want to really, really help you and be a part of what you're also trying to do. So the summary of it is that you must remember that networking is not something that is very easy. It's something that is actually intentional. But one of the things that you will realize that it does for you is that it has the capacity to transform everything that you are doing, and it can change your life for good. You might be at point zero right now. The truth is that when you network with the right kind of people, it can transform where you are to level 10, level 20, level 30, depending on the people that you are networking with. And you must also ensure you're not just networking with any kind of person, but you must ensure that there's quality in the people that you're trying to reach. And these are people that can actually make meaningful contributions to what you're doing. If you like the sound of everything that I've mentioned today, and you would like to actually comment on a way by which you have actually gone around networking with people, kindly share it in the comment section and we'll be willing to pick that up. If you'd like to connect with us on a one-on-one training section or for a group training section, you can reach out to us via our details in the description and we'll reach out to you. Thank you so much for being a part of today's video. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, kindly ensure that you do so and share these tips with so many people that you know that this can be beneficial to. See you next time.